He butter go crazy.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Turn me up, Jay. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on their necks cause they might sabotage. I ain't come for peace, I brought the mask, bout to terrorize. Step. If you a hating nigga, keep that bullshit to yourself. Get my bop on you niggas. You'll never question if I'm a real nigga. I get a lot for you niggas. Bitch, they thought I was finished, but I got a lot for you niggas. Lil John on them niggas. I'm the bra on them niggas. I'm the hottest in the business. Okay, put me in the mix. I can tell you used to lame niggas that ain't this. Think you coming up a bag, you ain't getting shit. You say wanna fuck, but now she see a nigga lit. Country for life in this bitch. Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, yeah. I'm like Block Boy, look alive, look alive. I'm married to that money and I keep her by my side. They thought I wouldn't be shit, so why they face look so surprised. You ain't a real nigga, you just pussy in the sky. Whoa, yeah, look at a nigga now. When I put up to the jeweler, I'ma tell that nigga go bust a dime. Tryna count the money, damn homie, I done lost track of their mind. Turn me up, this that hot shit, it was kinda looking like a drop. I don't do this for the clout. turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some bands on it. Okay, turn me up. Do your dance on it. She ain't tryna fuck unless you got some racks on it. Okay, turn me up. They don't wanna smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say this shit hot. Bitch, I'm burning up. Yeah, let's talk some business. Ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how I act. A bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they want that country shit. Okay, now turn me up. Now they see I be that energy. I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Okay, turn me up, Jay. Okay, turn me up. Jay, bitch, I'm rolling up. Bitch, I'm burning up. Jay, I ain't showing up. Jay.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on some players that I am stashing. And before we get into it, I'm going to show y'all my teams on Sleeper. I have them on different apps, but I don't have everything connected to my desktop. Some of the stuff is just on my phone. I had an email type thing that got leaked, so I had to divvy up my leagues, but I do got them all on Sleeper. So I got like 12, 13 leagues on Sleeper. I'm going to go through all my leagues. Also, guys, I want to apologize real quick. I know I didn't get to do the waiver wire ads, and I couldn't sleep last night. But, guys, I've been so busy between my uncle passed, and you know how that is. We all been with the family, bringing gifts, doing whatever we can. And also work. So I've been busy with trying to keep up with everything I got going on. I got some deadlines I got to meet. So I apologize. And I did not want to put out no real quick, hey, guys, pick up this guy, pick up this guy, pick up this guy. All right, guys, see you later. I'm not putting out no content like that. If I can't go and sit down and focus on it and break it down to y'all, I'm not going to do the video. But I apologize. Hopefully I've taught y'all a lot. I knew y'all knew. I see some of the questions. I knew y'all knew who to pick up. Wasn't a lot of people that I hadn't already talked about, so I'm pretty sure y'all got the good guys. But I'm going to tell you some guys if they still left out there. If they not, I apologize, guys. But I don't think it's going to cost you a lead. I've told y'all who to draft. The guys are hitting. I'm doing incredibly well this year. Everything is working out. Not perfect, but a lot of stuff is working out. So let me get into the shootouts. We got Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. We got D-Lion in the building. Let's see. We got Will Hayes in the building. Appreciate it, brother. That's all good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We got Max the subscriber. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Not perfect, but been a great year. Yes. Yeah, nothing. It's almost impossible to go perfect in this. Okay. So let's see here. What we're going to do first. Let's talk about the players. I'm not going to take a long time. Let's talk about some of the players that I have. And they should have been added probably last night. But if they still out there, I'm going to break them down. I'm going to tell you what they are. And whatever y'all got for me in the comment section, I'll get to it. But let's talk about these guys first. And I'm going to get to them kind of quick because I don't want to hold y'all up. We got a long live. I want to show y'all my teams. And I want to get to everybody's questions because I know y'all have a lot of questions. So the first guy I want to talk about is Ray Davis. If I miss somebody, I'm pretty sure I went through, guys. So if I miss somebody, just put it in the comment section that you want to talk about. That's fine. But the first guy I want to talk about is Ray Davis. Now, if you got Ray Davis, all he is a guy that might get some goal line carries. So it did hurt James Cook. James Cook may not get the goal line roll as much as he was before this week. Ray Davis looked like a better in between the tackles runner. The reason why, because he's a little bit stronger. He breaks a little bit more tackles. James Cook is more explosive and a better pass catching running back. But Ray Davis can catch too. So they're going to give this guy targets. So it's going to probably be 60-40, 65, something like that, right? So it's not going to be 70-30 anymore. It's going to be a little bit closer to like 60-40. But I still think you should play James Cook as a flex play or RB2 every single week. You got to let him play. That's the only way you're going to be able to catch James Cook games that he's going to be good for you for fantasy. If you try to wait for a certain type of matchup, you're going to miss it. Ray Davis is the guy that's the stash. If something happened to James Cook, you got to start in RB. And that's what fantasy football is about. Each week, you should be stashing guys because somebody could get hurt and he got a good role. Just like Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker is not going to have that role every single week. But you want to have guys like him stash in case he get the opportunity. Same thing with Tyrone Tracy, all of those guys. That's what fantasy football is like. And that's why I am a 0 RB guy. Because you can get up, which is Mason. Mason is the backup. That's the guy that I feel, so that's how you got to keep working the waiver wires. So that's what Ray Davis is for James Cook. Let's move on. The next guy that I think you should be stashing, you should have him on your roster no matter what's going to happen because these guys don't have roles where they're going to boom. All these guys have been picked up. Most of the big-time guys are going to be been picked up. So you want to work the waiver wire 2 weeks ahead. That way when it happens, you already got the guy. Ain't no bidding on him. Ain't no waiver wire priority. I got him already. But Jalen Wright. Now, Davante Chain is coming off of he had a concussion, but I still think he's going to play. But if he don't, you got Jalen Wright, and Jalen Wright is a great player to play when Davante Chain is out. Now, if Davante Chain is not out, I don't want to play Jalen Wright. I mean, if Davante Chain is active, I'm not playing Jalen Wright because Mostert is there too. Now, if Mostert is healthy, then maybe I play Jalen Wright, maybe, but usually he's just a handcuff. So it's all about Davante Chain. So Jalen Wright, guys, you want to be able to be picking them up and stashing them now. You don't want to wait to bid on them if you can help it. But if you got to do that, that's fine. But yes, I like Jalen Wright. That's a guy that should be stashed. Let's move on. Another guy that should be stashed and should not be on your waivers or is going to be Jalen Warren. Let me look at the comments, make sure I haven't missed it. Okay, there we go. Make sure I haven't got no super chats. All right, let me see here. There we go. So yes, the next guy's gonna be Jalen Warren. Najee look good, and I told you a lot of you have been talking about Najee ain't doing nothing. It's not that Najee is a great player, or I said he's gonna break out. It's the fact that guys, he's gonna have a bad first half, and I want to be transparent with y'all. I don't give a damn if Najee starts off slow. The reason why I don't care if Najee starts off slow because this is what he's done his whole career. He's going to have games. They're going to keep giving this guy 15 to 20 touches, especially when it gets cold. So if you got Najee, you just stash him and hold on to him or play him. None of this, I got to drop him because then you're going to be going back and forth. And that's when your fantasy season can go from sugar to shit. So to me, get your guys, hold on to them, and never drop them, especially guys that got rolled, they're just not playing well, right? So those guys are fine. If they're not playing well, that's fine. Like Amari Cooper, you shouldn't be worried about Amari Cooper. You know to hold on to him. I'm never dropping him. Hopefully he gets traded. If he don't, you're still not going to get him because I'm not giving him up for nobody. Nobody's going to be able to put Amari Cooper in their flex and beat me with him later. So that's what Jalen Warren is. You got to have him stashed. Najee is going to be a good running back. Najee's going to get 15 to 20 touches. But Jalen Warren can catch passes, and they probably might move into this phase of this offense, especially with Russell Wilson coming in as the quarterback. They're going to be passing the ball a little bit more. So maybe Jalen Warren gets more targets. Moving on, guys. This guy should not be on your waivers, but maybe some kind of way he got on the waivers is Jacoby Myers. With Davante Adams being traded, the only guy that I'm going to trust at the wide receiver position for this team is going to be Jacoby Myers. I'm not trusting Trey Tucker. Will I have him on my team? Maybe certain weeks I might. I know what? Maybe this is a good week to stash him. But I'd rather stash running backs than to stash Trey Tucker. But Jacoby Myers, yes, I think he is a flex play every week and you start him. And Brock Bowers. Anybody else I'm not playing. I'm not playing no quarterback, no other wide receivers, just Jacoby Myers. and Brock Bowers. That's it. So Jacoby Myers, pick him up. Moving on, guys. Another guy is Troy Franklin. I talked about him last week. You need to be having this guy on your team. Stash him. If you don't have room, keep it moving. Stash running backs. If you only got 4 bench spots, running backs are way more important than any wide receiver. Now, every now and then, a Puka Nacua or somebody like that can come off waivers and win you a league. But that's rarely. But running backs, they win you leagues every single year. They win you weeks every single week. So you want to be able to stash running backs if you can. But Troy Franklin is a young wide receiver that is no alpha on the Denver Broncos. So who's going to take over? Courtland Sutton, he's good, but he hasn't proved that he's the alpha. I actually thought he would do a little bit better. So Troy Franklin got a touchdown last week. He's been getting about 3 to 4 targets the weeks before that. So stash Troy Franklin. I think he's a great stash. Let's see here. Just looking at through the comments. Moving on. The next guy's gonna be Ricky Pearsall. Now, listen, that is disgusting, right? And what I mean is, you got Jawan Johnson, you got Debo, you got Brandon Ayuk, you got George Kittle, but they drafted Ricky for a reason. Not that he was just so athletic gifted. They knew that he could take this offense and make a different dynamic for it. What I'm saying is, he could go. He's fast. So they didn't have any speed demons. Debo is not a speed demon. He fast, but he's not a speed demon. Ayuk is a great route runner. He got good hands, but he's not a speed demon. George Kittle is a great yak guy, but he's not a speed demon. CMC is not a speed demon. They don't have any speed demons except for Ricky Pearsall. So I believe Ricky Pearsall can come into a role and be able to get deep and hit a couple shots, hit him for a couple times a game. So now this is a long shot play, but we know Debo goes down every 3 or 4 games. We know Ayuk can miss a week. We know these 49er wide receivers can miss weeks. So Ricky Pearsall is a great backup, having staff. That's all it is to it. Let's move on. Another guy is I like Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is the goal line running back for this team. If he's healthy, I'm playing him at the tight end position unless I got Travis Kelce or somebody like that. Other than that, I'm playing Taysom Hill, and he's going to get a rushing touchdown a game because he's the goal line running back for this team, not Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara can get goal line carries if he's there, right? If Taysom Hill is not there, he can also catch passes. But they want to save Alvin for the fourth quarter so he can catch a lot of passes in the fourth quarter and get a goal line opportunity here and there. They want Taysom Hill having that role because Alvin still is a 210-pound running back. He don't want 20 carries a game. That's too much on his body. So Taysom Hill is a guy that I want to pick up and stash. But let's move on. Let's talk about Sean Tucker. Now, he should have been a waiver wire ad, but none of these guys, I'm going to be honest with you, is going to come out there immediately this week and ball out. Can Sean Tucker do that? It's possible, but there's no way that it's going to sit Bucky Irvin and then sit Rachaad White and don't give him no carries. So Sean Tucker is going to have to break long runs on like 12 carries when everybody is healthy. But if somebody's out, Sean Tucker is a great play. So you should pick him up for that. I don't think anybody you could pick up and play him immediately unless you had a Tyrone Tracy on the waivers or somebody like that, right? So Sean Tucker is just a guy that you should add it, and I don't think you should have used the number 1 waiver priority on him. I know a lot of times just because a guy has a big game, you want to use the number 1 waiver priority on him. No, I'm only using number 1 waiver priorities on guys that they're going to be out 4 weeks and longer. Will I rent a guy for 4 weeks with a number 1 waiver priority? Hell yeah. If it's going to win me those 4 weeks, yes, but I'm not doing it for 2 weeks. I'm not going to waste my number 1 waiver priority for 2 weeks. So Sean Tucker is a guy just to pick up and have him on your team. So hopefully if y'all did that, we can talk about it. We can chop it up in the comment section and see what's going on. Dante Mills says, great fantasy podcast. Bro definitely knows this shit. What's up, bro? Hey, guys, I played against him in high school. The barbershop that I go to, he's there working. Been friends for over 25, 30 years. So that's my homeboy. Appreciate it, bro. From Facebook, we got Tyler Sperry in the building. He says, drop Shakir for Juju or Watson and drop Love or Tracy for Oden or Zach Ertz. Do not drop Tracy for no Cade Oden. Do not drop. You can drop what's his name? Shamir. It's not Shamir. What's his name? The guy from Buffalo. I can't think of his name. I think that's who you're talking about. Yes, I would drop him for Juju because Juju to me is going to have a good role. Shakir. Okay, right. That's Shakir. So, yeah, I would drop Shakir for Juju. I think Juju is going to be a better player than Shakir. So, if you got to drop somebody, I don't mind you dropping Shakir to get Juju. Don't drop Watson. Do not drop. I mean, I'm telling you, and guys, you see it now. Wicks is not that guy. It's Watson. Watson is the special player. Now, listen, Jalen Reed is special, and Romeo can play too. All these guys can play. But what Watson can do is he can be the alpha corner because he's a physical specimen. He's the second best physical specimen to ever play the game of football at the wide receiver position. And go ahead and vet me if you want to. Go research it. It's out there. This guy is 6'4", 220 pounds, runs a low 4.3, and he can jump out the gym. So he can beat top end corners. I'm trying to think of the guy from Denver's name. What's his name? Patrick Surtain. Because he just can get off of me, Patrick, and outrun him. It ain't that he runs a great route. So Watson to me is the alpha on the low. And I'm going to stay on it. And I've been on that for years. And you see it's coming through. He came off an ankle injury. He still got targets. I think they're going to sign this guy to a deal probably next year. And people are like, well, he ain't did nothing. It's the same thing with Njoku. If they know you got a talent, but he's still growing into a role, he's still learning football, people are you still going to sign those guys early. Now, he ain't going to ask for no $100 million like Jamar Chase, but he might get $60 million guaranteed, right? So Christian Watson, hold on to him. I'm telling you, you're going to want to be able to put this guy in your flex and watch him boom. And drop Love or Tracy. Do not drop no Love. No, do not drop Love or no Tracy. These guys are optimal. Love to me might be the best quarter. Guys, go buy. I ain't did the video yet. Go buy low on Jordan Love. You might say, well, low? Yes, because he ain't the number one quarterback. Lamar and Josh Allen is the guys. I would trade Josh Allen so damn fast for Jordan Love. It's despicable. It's despicable. I'm telling you, Jordan Love is him. Jordan Love might. I don't know if it's the system, guys. This guy is really great. He's a great talent. I'm telling you. I know when a great talent when I see him. So yeah, man. Drop Shakir. All right. Let's move. Let's go on. So we was talking about Sean Tucker, right? I was talking about Sean Tucker, just a guy that you add on your team and see what happens. That's what fantasy is about. Make a couple stashes. Watch Sunday game. Ooh, I got something. When I've been had Tyrone Tracy on my team. Been had him. This happened. Devin Singletary. I don't care. Devin Singletary got hurt. Boom. Let me go click on Tracy. Move his ass up to the starting line. Bam. I got it. That's how you play fantasy. Stash guys all the time, each week, and to keep them stashed. I'll stash a guy for 8 weeks if I got to. Let's see. But yeah, okay. Xavier Leggett. That's the next guy. Guys, he's a rookie wide receiver. They got to find out what they got in him. So that's why he's going to have a role. Even when Adam Thielen comes back, Xavier Leggett going to keep getting targets because they have to see what they got. They already know what Bryce Young is. Kind of like he ain't ready, so they moving on. They need to find out who they going to cut, who they going to trade, who they going to move forward with because they got to pick up a quarterback next year. So they got to make sure that they got good guys that's going to make the team better. Xavier Leggett is one of those guys. So I think he's always going to have touchdown upside. So you ever in a hard rock tight space, if that's how you say it, you can play a Xavier Leggett in the flex, and he got some upside to score a touchdown for you. A 70-yard touchdown, maybe a jump ball touchdown. He can do that. So I always got to have a Xavier Leggett on your team. Don't have this guy out there on your waivers. All right, I got 4 more guys to talk about. The next guy is Christian Watson. We already talked about him, so I'm not going to go too far in him, but I think he's the best athlete on this team. Is he the best prototypical wide receiver? No, that could be probably Romeo Doubs. But he's faster than anybody on Green Bay team. He can jump higher than anybody on Green Bay team. And he's a physical specimen, and he's young. So that's why I like Christian Watson. Let's move on. Next guy's Ty Chandler. Got to be stashed. Aaron Jones is way too volatile in fantasy to not have Ty Chandler stashed. Aaron Jones can go down anytime. But when Aaron Jones is healthy, he's one of the best running backs. And we got to acknowledge him now. Acknowledge Aaron Jones. As CHB says, acknowledge him. You got to acknowledge Aaron Jones. The reason why you have to acknowledge Aaron Jones is because every time this guy is healthy, I think he's one of the best running backs in the last 10 years of the league. Every time he touched the ball, it's upper echelon as far as PFF his breaking tackles, how fast he's hitting the hole, catching the ball. It's not. He was the common denominator between Minnesota and the Vikings. Yes, Sam Darnold came there, but it's Aaron Jones. He left Green Bay, went to Minnesota. Now Minnesota's the number 1 team in the NFL. So you got to give Aaron Jones some respect. So I want to give him his homage now and let y'all know what that guy is going forward. If you pick him, no, he volatile, but when he's healthy, he's good. But going back to Todd Chandler, you got to have his handcuff. If you got Aaron Jones, you got to have him handcuffed. And Todd Chandler is his handcuff. Now, would Todd Chandler get 90%, 100% of the workload? No. Ham might come in there because Todd Chandler's not a great pass protector. He can't protect your quarterback as good as Aaron Jones or Ham. But when he's in there, he's explosive. So you got to have Todd Chandler. Let's move on, guys. I got 2 more guys. Next guy's Demario Douglas. With Drake May being in there, Drake May going to be pushing that ball downfield. Now you got Polk, Demario Douglas, Hunter Henry. They're going to have big plays now. Early in the season, it was like 10 yards, 15 yards, 10 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be 30, 40, 50, 20, 30. I got sacked, 30. Drake May is going to be pushing the ball downfield. I would rather have a Drake May than have a Pat Mahomes. And y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't been ready that for 2 or 3 years. People just that follow me now, they just got ready for me to tell you stuff like that, to tell you cutting edge things. When I tell you a lot of cutting edge shit, here you go, TD. And that shit work out. Drake May, I want garbage time football. I told y'all about 2 years ago about Jared Goff. Now y'all won't say nothing about no Jared Goff. I'm waiting for y'all. Please say something about Jared Goff. But it's over now. He's just good now. He don't suck no more. Get out of here with that. So same thing with Drake May. Now, Drake May ain't great, but it's for fantasy. And they want Drake May to learn what you can do. Push the ball downfield. Find out what you're good at. So this is going to be a hot octane offense. This is a fantasy football offense. So I love Drake May and I love Demario Douglas. These guys should not be on your waivers. All right. So now let's get to the comment section. Let's get to the comment section. Appreciate everybody being here. I see you, CHB, in the building. He says, Kristen Watson, boom for me. Yes, sir. Mr. 2U, what's up, bro? I see you, Wesley. Let's see here. All right, let's go to the top. Oh, no, wait a minute. Before we start doing questions, I'm about to go through my team. Let's show my teams. I'm excited. So I want to see that person in the chat. And I told you, man, I don't want to show my team and then you not be here. You talk about like I was scared to show my team. I'm about to show you my teams. All right. This is the league. This is my barbershop league. I started a league with my barbershop mates. So let me show you here, right here. Window, entire screen. Share the audio. All right. Guys, let me know in the chat that you can see. Let me know in the chat that you can see everything. Everything looks clear. Do I need to make anything bigger? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see here. This is best ball, but I'm trying to show my damn team. Quit playing. Okay, you see, please use the sleeper app. So it won't let me show. It's not going to let you show. Y'all see that at the bottom right here? It's not going to let me a tad bit bigger. Okay, I got you, bro. I got you. Matter of fact, let me take myself off. What about that, D-Lion? Or Big Wheel? What about that? Is that better? Appreciate you, D-Lion. Appreciate you, bro. Wait a minute. Let's see. Be careful sharing the screen audio if you have a guest. Okay, y'all can still hear me. I just want to make sure y'all can still hear me. All right. So right now I can't do the best ball league. It won't show my record or anything. Okay, thank you, Big Will. So let's see if I got anybody. Since best manager. Best manager. Finish a good sport. Set the perfect possible lineup. Okay, that's easy because it's best ball. I'm not gonna look at that. Let's see if I got any type of scoring settings or who I got on my team. All right, let me see. Fantasy Good Sports started the best running back of this week. Tanks Bigsby's on my team. Okay. Biggest blowout. I had a blowout that week. That don't mean anything. Just showing y'all a couple little accolades I got. All right. Let's move on to another league. Okay. This league I'm 4-2. Superflex. I have Daniel Jones, James Conner, Tyrone Tracy, Amari St. Brown, Tyreek Hill. Hold on, let me take this off. Tyreek Hill, Rashid Shaheed, Trey McBride. I'm starting Waddle this week, probably. I got Bo Nix, a couple defensive players, Taysom Hill, Tua, Braylon Allen, Stevenson, Spears, Alec Pierce, Tyler Conklin, KC defense. I've been telling y'all all about these guys. 4-1 is my team. 4-2. I'm sorry. 4-2. 4-2. All right, let's go on to this Discord listener league. That's best ball. We can't look at those. Let's go to this league. 3-3. And I'm gonna show y'all why. So I got Andy Dalton, Chuba, Tank Bigsby, Amari, Tyreek Hill, Godwin, and Njoku, A-Chain, Waddle, Douglas, Deshaun Watson. And let's see why. Because this is a dynasty league. So this is dynasty, guys. My quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford, my quarterback's been killing me a little bit, but I still like this team. Once Tyreek get going, I'm going to be good. Chuba is balling. Tank Bigsby about to get the full workload when Travis Etienne get traded. Amari and Tyreek Hill love those. Got Godwin. And Njoku about to break out. A-Chain when he comes back. Waddle, all that. When Tua comes back, my team's going to be solid. And those are my defensive players. I know y'all don't do a lot of defensive leagues, but those are my defensive players. All right. Let's go on to this league. 2-4. Not a great league, but I think my quarterback's been hurt. So I'm 2-4. Still in the playoffs. Still in there in the playoffs. We got T. Looney in the building. Guys, he is a subscriber. I got D. Jones again, Tank Bigsby, Mason, Brian Thomas, Tolbert, Metcalf, Njoku, Amari, Chase Brown, Pickens, Dalton. Here's the backup, Stevenson, Tucker. I got Sean Tucker right here, you see. Yeah, and then Puka Nacua is out. That's another reason. I got to move Bo Nix up eventually, get my quarterback game. My quarterback's a little volatile. My quarterback's a little volatile. Let's move on to this league. Now, this is one of my bad leagues. I got a good team. Look, you see that team? Lamar, Saquon, but Tyreek Hill and Tua went down. And so I had to put in Spencer Rattler. So that's what's been going on. I still love this team. I still think I can make the playoffs in this team. Yes, I do. Adam Fields, I love some. I told you, I don't be lying to you. Y'all think I'll be telling y'all to pick up players that I don't love? You ain't even seen some of my best leagues yet. But yeah, this league, I actually think I can come back and win. It just got off tough with Tua having this injury. Let's move on. We can't do best ball. 2-4. Defensive league. This is kind of like a big tournament. It's like 60 people in this tournament. I got CJ Stroud, Mason, Barkley. Still a really good team. Brian Thomas, Slayton, Goff. Now, that defense right there has been killing me. The defense score a lot of points in this league. So Braylon Allen, Leggett, Baltimore, Gano. It's a good team, man. Just matchups. Love the team. Love CJ. Love Saquon. Love Brian Thomas. I think this team still got a chance to make the playoffs. This team 3-3, another defensive league, set up kind of the same as the last one. CJ Stroud, Etienne Hubbard, Zay, Garrett Wilson, Amari, D. Jones. Bench, I got Kareem Hunt, Tank Bigsby, Braylon Allen, Chris Jones, and I got A-Chain on the bench, ready to come in. I still got a good team. 5-1, Dynasty League. CJ Stroud. Hold on, see something. Okay, just want to make sure. CJ Stroud, Damian Pierce, Antonio Gibson. What's up, Tron? IU, Brian Thomas, DK, Fryermuth, Njoku, Bowers, Lamar Jackson. Love that team. You see, I'm 5-1 with that team. There's my defensive players. 4-2. 4-2. Love this team. Another dynasty team. Lamar Jackson, Tracy, Bateman, Keenan Allen, Leggett, Ford. That's who I had to play last week. That's not my best lineup. Golf. Tyrod Taylor, Kyron Williams, Cup, Kelsey, Tyreek Hill. My team is nasty. Michael Parsons. And that's my taxi squad. Yep, let's go down. I think this league I might be struggling a little bit. I'm winning in this league. 4-2. 4-2. Lamar, you see Lamar Jackson, Bijan, Chuba, Ayuk, Flowers, Shaheed, Christian Watson, Travis Kelce, Chase Brown, Jordan Love, Daniel Jones again, Antonio Gibson, Justice Hill, Pierce, Jalen Tobit, Njoku. Let's go down here to the General Manager League. 3-3. Got Garendo, Lamar, Tyreek, Zay, Njoku, Kyler, Trey Lance. Got a Trey Lance in a couple leagues. Tobit, Atwell. Yep. Let's see what I got on my taxi squad. I got some guys. Trey Benson. What draft strategy do you use? Bro, it depends. My draft strategy is taking best player available, but I switch it up. It just depends on what's on the board. If I see wide receivers on there that I like, then I go zero. I try to go zero RB. And then once I start going zero RB and then my wide receivers are gone, I switch up to the best player available, or I might go robust RB. It just depends on what's on the board and where I'm picking at. Another league, 4-2. Y'all see that? Y'all see how many leagues I'm 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. All my leagues 5-1. Right. Tron with a Joku stat. Right. Another 4-2 league. 3-3. 3-3. 7-5. A lot of these leagues, guys, not a lot, but some of these leagues are orphan leagues. I didn't start off with the team. I got the team. I like getting orphan teams. Try to rebuild them like a real GM. 4-2 again. See that? 4-2. Yes, Ethan. So Ethan says, do you know what is going on after every week or no? Because you have so many. I know exactly what's going on. Now, I don't go to a certain league, but what I do, I scan my leagues like I'm doing there. I go through, look at my starting lineup and go through my bench and put the best guys in and go to the waivers and look and see who out there and make my moves. That's what I do. So every time a player gets available, I go through that. Now, I know certain leagues I go to first. Like my redraft leagues, I go to them first. Jay Smells says, what are your thoughts on a team let me see here. What to work on? Thought on team. What to work on? Stroud, Love, Neighbors, Metcalf, Adams, Brian Thomas, Deontay, Puka, Pitts, McBride, Hall, Pollard, Jay Brooks, White, Tracy Jr., and who just start? Man, just start your studs. You got a good team. You starting Stroud and Love. If you are in a single quarterback league, you got to trade one of those guys. You got to trade Stroud or Love. If you in super flex, then you start both of them. You got Neighbors, Metcalf. Metcalf, you can trade him, but you got Brian Thomas Jr. That's who I was going to tell you to get. So there's a few players that I'm willing to trade Metcalf for. But I think you got a good team, man. I don't think you got to make a lot of decisions. Just start your guys, start your studs. Start Tracy Jr. And start Breach Hall. You can trade Breach Hall if you want to, since he's up this week, and get somebody who you feel good about. But if you feel good about Hall, go down with him. Let me see. Just want to get through this fast, guys. Another league. 4-2. 4-2. We love this team. This team is super. I'll show it to you real quick. Kamar. Daniel Jones just started this week. Kamar, Bijan, Cup, Godwin, Njoku, Pittman, Chase, Barkley, Stafford, Rattler, Carr, Braylon, Etienne, Bigsby, Tucker, Trey Tucker, Slayton, Rondell, Mims, and then I got Michael Penix for the future, and Isaac Rendo and Tracy. I can't even bring Tracy in yet. Let's see, Sonic League, 3-3, 4-2, 7-5. And 3-3. All right, we got that out the way. That's all I want to get. I want to get that out the way. Let me see real quick how I get this off the screen. All right, guys. Thank y'all for being patient. I know that wasn't great. That was just like a bunch of show off, but I think I needed to do that because I want to let y'all know I don't cap. That's why you think my symbol is 100. Guys, I can count the lies that I've told in my life. Outside of my relationships, that doesn't count. That's, I got a court, right? Me courting doesn't mean, but I don't tell no lies. So I just want to let y'all know, y'all getting straight me. I would never lie to y'all about anything. All right. So let's start going through these questions. Ethan says, do you pick up guys you have no idea if they're going to play like Tua earlier on the year or Rasheed Rice? Yes, I do it in Dynasty, but in redraft, no, I don't really do that unless I'm stashing them. So Dynasty, I pick up anybody. Like if I think you got a chance to play maybe in a year, I'll pick you up. I drafted Njoku for years knowing that he wasn't getting the targets, but I liked him. And then all of a sudden, my Dynasty teams went up another level once he did what he did last year with Joe Flacco. I won like 5 championships because I had a lot of players that wasn't hitting early. I had Trey McBride stashed away in the league. Yes, bro. I'm going to show the lineups. I didn't want to do it because I know that doesn't make good content, but I needed to let y'all know that I'm not capping. Hey, man, drop Mooney for Juju. Can I drop Davante? It just depends on what you got, Turgay. No, I do not drop Mooney. If you got plenty of running back depth, you can drop Davante and then pick up Juju for a spot start, but do not pick up Juju and don't play him. If you pick up Juju, you need to play. When you pick up guys off the waivers, unless you stashing them, now if you stashing Juju because you think he's going to be a 4th quadrant winner, yeah, but I don't think Juju's going to be a 4th quadrant winner. I think his knee probably might be beat up by that time. But Juju is an immediate starter. Like you pick him up, you start him immediately for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mooney is immediately started, but Mooney going to be good all year. Javonte, I don't know. You could drop Javonte, but you always need running back depth. So make sure you got running back depth before you drop Javonte. All right, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Let me know how many likes we got in here. All right, let's see here. Let's go through some of these questions. All right. D-Line said, what's poppin'? What's good, bro? Always showing support. Big Will in the house. Always showing support. It's Brody said, yo, bro, what's up? What's up, bro? Big Wheel says loaded up on wide receivers. Keenan Allen, Watson, and Dobbs. Right. Keenan Allen is a start. Yeah, he's going to have volatile games. I don't know if he's going to be the go-to guy because, DJ Moore had a down game. So if you had DJ Moore, you should not be feeling bad about DJ Moore. That's what you're going to get. Excuse me, guys. That's what you're going to get when you have these 3-4 wide receivers that's good on one team. They're going to all have their weeks and down weeks. So if you chose to pick anybody up from those teams, you got to expect that. So Keenan Allen, to me, after what he did last week, is just a guy that you put in the flex and play him. If he's bad that week, don't get mad at him. Just roll him out the next week, unless you got a better guy. They got a different role. But yeah, good. Those wide receivers are good pickups. His brother said, sorry to hear that, bro. I lost my cat and uncle last month. I get how you feeling, right? And I ain't feeling too down. I got a lot of anxiety because I got to get ready for the funeral. But my uncle lived a great life, great man, hardworking man. But it's a lot of anxiety, man, dealing with everything, taking off from work, going down. After I get out of this live, I got to go shopping. I got to go buy me some clothes. I got to go by my uncle's house where his kids is at, bring my son. There's just a lot of stuff going on, but it's all good. This is anxiety. So, yep, appreciate that, bro. All good. Yep, thank you, Will. Yes, sir. Thank you. D-Line says, everyone looking Tracy on the waivers, but he been stashed in flex, right? He gone. He gone. Tracy gone. All my subscribers, I know y'all all got Tracy, or you just didn't want him because I told y'all about Tracy for what? About 3 to 4 weeks here? I've been talking about Tracy all summer long. Perfect week, undefeated in all my leagues, number 1 in 3 playoffs and all. Okay. Yeah, hey, D-Line, I'm not surprised, bro. You know your fantasy. You know your shit. You great better. I'm not surprised. Good shit, bro. Emma says, would you trade Mike Evans and Tobit for Tyreek? Yes. Yes. I would trade Mike Evans and Tobit for Tyreek. Yes, I would do that. I'm willing to risk Mike Evans. Tobit is nothing, but I'm willing to risk Mike Evans' value to go get Tyreek to be a league winner. Yes, I'm willing to do that. I like that. Good job, Emma. Guys, make sure you become a member of the channel. Make sure you become a member of the channel. Hit the link. The link is in the comment, in the drop-down section. Also, it's also in the comment section, too. Max subscriber says, Jerry Jeudy okay to start this week or over Chase Brown and Douglas? No. Chase Brown and Douglas are starts this week. Way over Jeudy. Way over Jeudy. Will Hayes said, should I drop Ty Chandler the pick to Watson? Should I drop Ty Chandler the pick to pick up Watson? No. You need to have a backup to Aaron Jones. Now, listen, if you hear that Aaron Jones is healthy and he's going to play, and you can start Watson immediately, yeah, do it. But if you're not going to start Watson, he's way down on your list, and Chandler has a chance to play, no, I wouldn't do that. Like, I think you got to have context. You need to be stashing running backs. But if you have plenty of running backs and you just want to be able to get an opportunity to get a top-end wide receiver, it's fine. Sometimes you can't hold on to every single handcuff. You can't do it. It just depends on how your team is built. I got teams where I got 3 or 4 good running backs. I don't stash that many running backs in that league. I might stash a few, but not a lot. So it depends on your team. If you got plenty of depth at running back, you don't have to pick up Ty Chandler. I mean, you don't have to hold on to Ty Chandler, and I would pick up Watson, especially if you need wide receiver depth. But if your team is good and you 4-2, 5-1, and you just trying to have a great team, I would probably hold on to Ty Chandler because that is a running back handcuff. That's premium. D-Lion says, Lazard been a great flex all year, but Adams there. Time to trade for an underachiever like IU, or what would his value be in a trade? IU got good value. His name alone. He played for the San Francisco 49ers, so that's a good guy to trade. Lazard, you're going to have to move on from him because he's not going to have the same value with Davante and Garrett being there. But Aaron likes Lazard. So Lazard is always a sneaky flex play because if they do a Hail Mary, he's going to look for Lazard. Lazard caught 2 or 3 Hail Marys from Aaron Rodgers. He's going to always be a touchdown upside play, kind of like a Gabe Davis was for Buffalo a couple years ago. So that's what Lazard is. But you can move on from him. If you trade for an underachiever like Ayuk, I think that's a good trade, depending on what you give up for him. Don't give up nothing too much. But yes, I think he would be fine. He's just going to be spotty. It's no wide receiver that you can count on from the San Francisco 49ers. You can't count on nobody. Exactly. Not perfect, but being a very great year. Right. Dante says, nice to see you, TD. Yes, Dante. Appreciate you, bro. D-Lion in the house. Nifty says, prayers up, bro. It's all good. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Leo says the best fantasy show, period. Thank you, Leo. Yes, sir. His brother said, should I trade James Conner for Tyree? If you got running back depth, yes. Also, what are your thoughts on Gary Wilson? I love Gary Wilson as a wide receiver, too. See, a lot of people don't understand about roles in life. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to start with myself. When I played varsity as a freshman, I was nervous. In one game, my cousin, who was the star of the team, he got hurt. He hurt his ankle. And the next game, he played like the first two series, but he couldn't go. His ankle was hurt too bad. So the team leaned on me for his position. And I did well. But I didn't like it. I fumbled one time, but I had a great game. And I didn't like it because everybody was depending on me. So when Garrett Wilson's out there playing and they said, we need you, Garrett, you got to beat this guy just down. That's too much pressure on him, I believe, for the player that he is. I think he's a great number two, and he could be great. He could go for 1,400 yards as a number two wide receiver. But if you make him number one, I just think it's too much on him. He's not that type of guy. And I believe that at that point in time, that's what I want. I want to be, okay, you put me in at the end of the game or put me in once, to change up the momentum of the game. I don't want to be give to Terry 25 times. And I don't think Garrett Wilson, he might want to be that guy, but he's not the guy to give him 12 targets a game. So Davante coming in is going to help Garrett. Now Garrett's going to be Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, and he's going to be balling. He's going to be a known guy. So I love him as the number two wide receiver with the New York Jets. You said I'm feeling like it's good and bad because now at least Wilson won't be doubted, maybe. Doubled, maybe. Yes. He's not a beat the double coverage type wide receiver. So I love Garrett Wilson. Sometimes guys fit better in certain roles. Like Draymond Green is great as the third or fourth option, or maybe even farther down on the Golden State Warriors. But if you go and put him on the Charlotte Hornets, where he needs to be the number two scorer, he may be looking trashy. So I think it's always got to fit the narrative to fit the team. And I think Garrett Wilson as the number two fits the team. D-Line says, I love Wilson with Adams' arrival. Wilson won't get that number one cornerback now. And in the last few weeks, they've been trying to get him more involved. Facts. Tyler says, would you drop Shakir? Okay, we did that one already. Okay, we did that one. D-Line, okay, we did that one. Senor Rojo, thank you, bro. D-Line says, Naj does this every year. Naj will be a fourth quadrant dog. Facts. Every year. Duncan, what's up, Duncan? He says, trade away Stroud for that? Or no, don't do that. I know we want to be ahead of the waiver wire or be cutting edge, but that's not cutting edge. CJ got a good role. He's a good quarterback. That, man, only thing they got is CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson. They don't got nobody else. So I'm not going to tell you to do that. Yes, it is good, unless you believe. Now, listen, it happened last year. They struggled the first 6 weeks. After that 6 weeks, CeeDee Lamb went dumb. He broke records. I mean, he had a better, from week 6 on, he was better than Tyreek Hill. Now, we know Tyreek Hill had an injury. So that's the main thing. But if you believe that Dak and CD going to go crazy again, then you do it. I don't see it, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. So you're going to have to use your intuition to make that decision. I say no. I'm staying with Stroud. Hunter Henry versus Jacksonville or Schultz versus the Packers. Thank you for putting the teams on this. It's still early, and I've got a lot going on. I've looked at the schedule a couple of times, but yes, I will go with Hunter Henry versus the Jacksonville. I know the Packers give up a lot of points to tight ends, but with Drake May being there and Jacksonville defense being kind of garbage, I'm going with Hunter Henry over Schultz. Dante says, should I drop Dontavius Wicks for Jalen Warren? You can drop Wicks for him. I would say hopefully you can get somebody else, but I'm okay with that. If you want to pick up one and you got to drop Wicks, drop Wicks. I don't think Wicks is ever going to get the role unless a lot of injuries come. He's not going to get the role of what Christian Watson and Jalen Reed or Romeo. He's not going to get that role. He had his chance. So now they're just going to kind of let him be the fourth wide receiver, and he's good at that role. But yeah, I would if I needed running back depth and that Tavis Wicks is my weakest wide receiver, I would drop him and go get Jalen Warren. Mr. G says, really feel like Estimate is the next RB1. He certainly can. I got him stashed in a couple leagues. What do you think? Yes, I think he's a great guy to stash. And Javonte fumbling. Listen, any running back can come and take over this team. So you want to kind of have a chance to go get any of these guys for whatever happens. So if Javonte get hurt, I would definitely want to pick up Estimate and play. And who would you grab off waivers? Estimate, Vidal, Corm. I have Braylon Allen, by the way. Yes, stash Braylon Allen. He's just a pure stash now. You cannot play him as a squeeze anymore. But out of Estimate, Vidal, and Corm, I'm gonna say Estimate slightly over. I'm gonna say Estimate slightly over Vidal and Corm. Corm, I believe I don't know if Cobb's gonna be healthy the whole season. So Corm's gonna have a chance to be a full-time starter because of the Kyrie Williams injury, if that happens, knock on wood. Vidal, J.K. Dobbins look great. It's gonna take J.K. Dobbins injury with Gus Edwards still being on IR for Vidal to have a grow where you can start him. Estimate, man, it's gonna always be kind of a little bit trashy because you got Jaleel McLaughlin, who's like a satellite back. You got Javonte, who's in and out of the lineup. We don't know when he's going to play, depending on Sean Payton, what he feels about the running backs. Vidal's the guy who's going to get a nice role right now and give you a floor of 5 to 6 points, where Estimate might not even get in the game, or he might get a touchdown. I don't know. So Vidal, but I think long term, I would probably go with Estimate for long term. But I feel like Vidal, Corm, if any of their guys get hurt, they're going to start. That's what it's about. They're not going to beat out anybody. But Estimate can beat out Javonte. Vidal can't beat out JK. Corm can't beat out Kyron. But Estimate can beat out Javonte and Jaleel. So I would say Estimate. Angel says, nice fade. Thank you, bro. I ain't got the cut yet. I ain't going to get one to Friday. Who would you roster? Sean Tucker, Jalen Warren, or Zamir White? All are stash running backs for now. Right. I probably would go with Sean Tucker. The reason why I would go with Sean Tucker is because I believe that Rashad White could get traded. And if Rashad White gets traded, then Sean Tucker will be getting 50% of the touches. And maybe he's explosive. Maybe because of this pass game, he's going to have nice lanes to run through, and he can have outputs of what he did last week. Maybe not like that, not the number one, but maybe he could be top 12 certain weeks. So I would say him. Jalen Warren, unless Najee goes down, Najee haven't never missed a game. Najee looking good like last week. Okay, yeah, my screen went out for a little bit, guys. I apologize about that. I should have plugged in. I didn't plug into the Wi-Fi all the way, so I apologize if it gets blurry. Goat no business. Bud means to the moon. I like Bud means. I'm gonna tell you who talked about Bud means. CHB talked about Bud means all year. I got to give him credit for that. So, but yes, Bud means is. Thank you. I meant to mention him, and I didn't. Bud means is the guy that I would be willing to play while Chris Olave is out. So maybe like a flex play, maybe, right? You might have somebody better than Bud Means, but Bud Means will get about 6 or 7 targets. But Rashid Shaheed and Bud Means about to get targeted to death. But you know, Alvin gonna get targets and Taysom Hill gonna get targets too. But that's why I really love Rashid Shaheed going forward. And I think Bud showed the coaches that he is a valuable guy, and I think his role is going to increase a little bit. Why Olave is out? I think they should have traded Olave. I think they should trade Olave because Olave is a good player. People would pay up for Olave. You can get a conditional first for Olave, I believe. Tougar says, hey, man, is Shaheed out for the season? I traded him in Bigsby for Nico Collins 2 days ago. No, let me see about that. I haven't seen anything about Shaheed being out for the season. Let me look on my phone real quick and look for that. You scaring me. You scaring me. Let me see. Shaheed. I see it. Wow. I'm just not seeing that. Saints wide receiver Rashid Shaheed set for potentially season-ending knee injury. That's why you talking about Bud Means. Guys, I just now seen it 28 minutes ago. 28 minutes ago. Why? All right. It is what it is. Yes, Bud Means to the moon. You got to go with Bud Means. Taysom Hill, too, going to be good. Wow. Thank you for that information, Turgay. Wait a minute. Let me see. He says, I traded him and Bigsby for Nico Collins 2 days ago. Good job. Good job. 2 separate questions, right? I traded him and Bigsby for Nico Collins 2 days ago. Go no Bill says, okay, right. Possibly he just had surgery today, right? What up, bro? Crystal Watson boom for me, yes, sir. What's up, bro? Armando, he says Higgins for Bowers. No. Wait a minute. Yes, if you're going to get Bowers, yes, I would do that. If you're going to get a tight end, I think that'd be good, especially if you got a lot of wide receiver depth. And you said you have Lamb, Godwin, Deontay Johnson, Olave, and Otten. Now, Olave is out with a concussion. You got Godwin, you got Lamb. Yes, you get Bowers instead of Otten. Yes, I would trade Higgins for Bowers. I would do that. Maybe you can get something else too. Try to see if you can go and probe and get another player. Jared says, hi, all. Which DST do you like better this week? Chargers versus the Cards or Eagles versus the Giants? I'm going to say Eagles versus the Giants, but I don't feel great about either one of them. The Cards, we already know Kyler Murray can put up 21 to 28 points on you every week because he's very explosive with the pass game and the run game. They're just like this with it. And we've seen how good the Giants have looked, even though they lost the last 2 games, they look really good, and they're getting Malik Neighbors back against a weak secondary of the Eagles. So I'm gonna say the Eagles, but I don't feel great about it, and I definitely don't feel great about playing the Chargers against the Cards. But the Chargers is a better defense than the Eagles right now, but they're playing against the Cards. The Cards is the top 12 offense? They're top 12 offense, even though they had some bad weeks. They're top 12 offense. Emma says Goff is my quarterback. Yes, Goff is a good player. LA Real Gamers says I think Wilson will still eat as the wide receiver 2 with Adams being there. He will draw favorable looks. 2 alphas can exist. It worked for the Buccaneers with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Facts, bro. Facts, LA. Leo says, listening to TD won me the championship last year. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad. I gotta get me a trophy in the back where I can start hanging guys that won leagues. I want guys to send me. I think you sent me your lineup, Leo, last year. I had a couple guys send me their lineups. Muhammad, he says K9, Brian Thomas, Juju, Bucky for Tyreek, Josh, Jacobs, and Waddle. The only player that I really like in the first trade is Brian Thomas. K9 is solid. He's definitely a top 12 type trade back. Bucky is good, especially now that Rashad White might get traded. We don't know if he's going to get traded, but I think he could. But Tyreek Hill because what you call is getting ready to come back. Tua's coming back for Tyreek, Josh Jacobs, and Waddle. I'll go with the Tyreek side because of Tua coming back. If Tua goes down, then it could turn. It was a terrible trade. But if Tua stays healthy rest of the season, I think the Tyreek Hill side would be the best. I love Brian Thomas, though. It's hard for me to let go of Brian Thomas. He said that man loved him some Daniel Jones. I do. I'm guilty. What up, Tron? What draft strategy we talked about? Like I said, I just take it by pick. I might start off wanting to go robust RB at the 1-3, and then somebody get taken that I wanted to go with at the 3 spot. Now I got to go 0 RB and pick up the top wide receivers. So you got to be flexible. You got to be like Wata, like Bruce Lee said. Try to the Joku stock to the moon. Yes, sir. Yeah, we talked about that. Jay Smell said, what to work on? Okay, we did that one already. Yes, sir. Orphans. I love orphan squads to rebuild them. It's almost like me, a GM, coming into a bad situation and rebuilding it. Anytime, Elisa. Thank you. D-Line says, I only have 7 leagues, no best ball, 1 elimination league. Yeah, I got eliminated this weekend. I had Colin Mary. Man, I had a good team, man. My team it was a bad week. It's nothing I could do. What happened is Jordan Love went to the waivers because somebody's team got eliminated. And I spent a lot of money, but I didn't want to spend everything I had, and somebody outbidded me. And that probably would have gave me enough points, I think, to make it to this week. But it is what it is. Do you pick up guys you have no idea? We talked about that already. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. I think I'm skipping super chat. Hustle Kings, he says, forced to drop 1 this week. Rashad White or Braylon Allen? Rashad White. I know that's tough. I don't think he's ever going to really get the true role that he had. So the window of trading him is you missed that. We way over on that window. So I would say Rashad White. The reason, listen, you could drop Braylon Allen, but he's a hint. Like if Breach Hall go down, Braylon Allen could be the number 1 running back. That's why I'm telling you to hold on to him. Rashad White probably gonna play a little bit more on spot starts. I don't know if that's gonna be fantasy points. Do he got the goal line role? No. Does he even have the pass catching role that he had last year or early this year? I don't know. So I'm gonna say Braylon Allen because if Breach goes down with any type of injury and miss of the game, Braylon Allen gonna produce crazy points, especially with Davante Adams and being out there now. So I think Braylon Allen is kind of like Kareem Hunt was 3 or 4 years ago for Nick Chubb. You had Nick Chubb, you wanted Kareem Hunt. Probably a couple other handcuffs been like that in the past. So that's why I'm high on Braylon Allen. And I would say you can drop Rashad White. Appreciate that, Hustle Kings. Adam says, respect, bro, for showing your lineup. Thank you. Hi, man. Drop Mooney for Juju. I think we did that already. CHP says 31 likes. Guys, let's get 31 likes. We got 39 people in the chat. Let's get it up to, let's go for 39. That's not a lot. Let's go for 39. Senor Rojo says, thoughts on my bench. Braylon Corn, Benson Garindo, Jalen Wright, Pope, Worthy Cup. Braylon. I love Braylon. I think that's the premium handcuff in the whole NFL. Corn is probably top 3 handcuff if Kyron goes down. Benson is just a guy that you can stash. You can drop him in, whatever you need to do. I don't even know if Connor, if he went down, if they would give Benson a full workload, but they would give him some. So Benson is a guy to have if you got room. Garindo is a starter this week. If If Mason doesn't play, I don't know why I call him Frank Mason. I'm thinking about Kentucky, but or Kansas. But if Mason doesn't play, Jordan Mason doesn't play, Garindo is a starter. He's a flex starter. Jalen Wright is a great guy. He's a top 5 handcuff to Devon A-Chain. And Polk is a great guy to have, especially with Drake May. As maybe if DeMario has another good week and Polk does it, then I'm going to move DeMario up and move Polk out. So, but right now I still like Polk because they need to use Polk. They need to use some of these athletic weapons that they got. Worthy, you got to hold on to him. He's on Kansas City. They haven't drafted anybody. He always going to have a role as far as in the rounds and deep plays for this team. And Cooper Kupp, you know what he's going to be. I think he's a weekly guy without an injury. He's going to be top 5 every week until he gets an injury. And I'm not saying he's going to get an injury, but he's been getting injuries the last, He's had like multiple week missing injuries, like 4 of those. So I think you got a good squad. I like the guys that you mentioned. You got a lot of good backup running backs. Dr. Duck says, would you trade Wilson and Adams going to the Jets? I still think he will boom. No, I'm not trading. Listen, man, Wilson is like this. Man, that girl just put on eyeliner, bro. She's sexy. Pause, right? You get what I'm saying? Like she just got better. Like, so with Adams coming there, Wilson is a better wide receiver. So sometimes a girl might not be that attractive per se, but if she put a little bit of eyeliner on, you're like, damn, she kind of cute. Actually, she okay with the eyeliner. I'm okay with her having a little bit of makeup or having some extensions. She look good with those. I think Wilson, most time we will want an alpha wide receiver being a number 2 on the team. He's like, he ain't gonna get the same amount of workload. I actually think Wilson gonna eat better. He's younger than Davante, but Davante can handle the pressure of being a number 1. So it's gonna free Wilson up. I actually love Wilson now. Ethan said, do you think Ayuk, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Zay is the best guy to trade for? Zay. I've been to own Zay the whole year. I love Zay. I don't care if you have a bad game next week. It's going to be a little bit volatile, but I know when they play big-time games, they want to get Zay the ball. Marvin Harrison, he's a good player. He's going to be a good wide receiver going forward. I think his trajectory is going to Davante Adams' career. But just like Davante Adams took off slow, I think Marvin Harrison is going to take off slow. Because I think he has to learn to be able to beat grown men in press coverage. And it takes a long time if you're not a superior athletic dude. Ayuk is just a lot of mouths to feed. It's going to be volatile. Can be Kittle, Mason, Garendo, Debo. It's just going to be a Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. It's too many mouths to feed. I'd rather have Zay over Marvin Harrison and Ayuk. And then Zay won't cost you as much as Marvin. Maybe, maybe not. If Marvin Harrison is cheap, you got to get him anyway and stash him. I think Marvin Harrison is a great pickup to stash, but Zay is the guy to get. I love Zay. Nobody really is on him. I think he's a top 5 wide receiver. I've said it all year long. Leonardo says, do I trade Bijan, Deontay Johnson, and Ertz for Aaron Jones and Kelsey? No. You don't want to trade for no old tight end. Tight ends are so volatile. You can be able to find somebody on a week-to-week basis to give you good value. Now, if it was like a big-time running back right there and Kelsey, I might say okay. But no, I would stick with Bijan and Deontay and Ertz instead of getting Aaron Jones and Kelsey. Kelsey would be nice to have, but not giving up Bijan and Deontay. Got another super chat in the building. Appreciate it, bro. He says, picked up Juju and Jalen Brooks. What you think? Bro, I'm not big on Jalen. I'm sorry, Jordan Brooks. I'm not big on Jordan Brooks because Chuba is playing out of his mind. Chuba is having a great year. Chuba is a Pro Bowl running back this year. Chuba about to get a bag. So I just don't understand why people are looking. It's almost like, yeah, man, I got this girl, man. She's a nun, but she gonna turn me on to her friend. We're gonna have a threesome. That doesn't make sense. How is a nun that you dating gonna get another girl and y'all gonna have a whatever, menage a trois, whatever? Sorry for anybody got kids. It doesn't make sense. That's crazy. Why would Jordan Brooks come in and take out Chuba when Chuba is playing good? You go to PFF, he's breaking a lot of tackles. He's running hard. He's not fumbling. He's killing it. So I just don't see. I think Brooks might have a little role here and there. Now, do you think he could pull a Sean Tucker? Maybe. Maybe I'm missing it, and he can pull a Sean Tucker. I didn't know Sean Tucker was going to pull a Sean Tucker. So maybe Brooks can come and pull a Sean Tucker and get 8 carries, but break one for 50 yards and have a big game. I don't see it. So I love the Juju pickup. Play Juju in the flex because he's going to get PPR targeted. He's going to get a lot of targets. Brooks, I think it's going to be slow. He might be okay in the playoffs. Maybe. Appreciate that, Hustle King. CHB says prayers to you and your family, bro. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Jimmy's TV, he says, can we say Mike Williams' career is over after Rodgers threw him under the bus? I don't think it's over, but who cares about him in fantasy? So real life, is it over? No. He can play a couple more years. He's still kind of a decent young man, if that makes sense. So I think he'll be okay. He'll make a couple big plays here and there for teams that need him, maybe get traded, maybe get cut, go to another team, get picked up. He's going to be that type of guy, kind of like Juju has been ever since he left the Pittsburgh Steelers. And just go around like we thought Juju's career was over. Look what he's doing for Kansas City. So I'm not gonna say Mike Williams' career is over, but for fantasy purposes, maybe a spot week start. Maybe he might have a 2-touchdown game on a spot week, something like that. Turgate says, I got Puka, Nico, Debo, Mooney, and Pittman, Addison, and McBride for my flex spot. No tight end spot specifically. I was thinking Debo plus Addison plus McBride. Who would you drop for Juju? Sub plus light, guys. Thank you, Turgay. Who would you drop for Juju? Bruh, I'm going to tell you, I'm glad you asked this. You don't need Juju. Let Juju go. Let Juju go. You got Nico. You got Puka coming back eventually. He's coming back probably in like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Either way, you're going to be good when he comes back. You're going to be able to put him in. They're not going to put him out there and he's hopping. Debo, who's going to ball out when CMC is out most of the weeks, unless IU have a big week. They can both have good weeks. Mooney, who's going to be probably a Pro Bowl wide receiver this year, who, to me, if you ask me, he's out playing Drake London. He's the number one guy. Pittman, who had a back injury, I'm not putting that on the waivers. I'm not playing. Yes, is he a better start this week? Like Juju a better start than Pittman this week? Probably. But long term, I want Pittman on my team, even in redraft. Addison is going to be a league winner, I believe. I told people that. I love Addison. McBride is a monster. You don't have room for Juju. Not out of these guys. So I would say, no, you don't need Juju. A says Kendra Miller is a big sleeper. Yes, he is. Also, Taysom Hill. Don't forget about Taysom. But I do believe Kendra was going to get some more carry, especially with Rashid Shaheed being out for the season. William Watkins. What's going on, William? He says, is Tyrone Tracy going to start over Singletary? It don't matter. Is he going to out-snap Singletary? Yes. The very first game that they both come back together, he will out-snap Singletary unless Singletary proves that, hey, I'm good too. This is a 50-50. So I think you're going to have to play it week by week, but Tyrone Tracy now has a 50% type snap role. But is it going to be 40-60 or 60-40? I think it's going to rotate. It could go 60-40. Even if Tyrone Tracy has another big game, it might go 70-30. But yes, Tyrone Tracy is basically the guy. If I'm playing a running back from the Giants, it's going to be Tyrone Tracy. I'm not going to start Singletary until I see them play one more game. I need to see what Singletary is actually going to do. But I will pay Tracy this week. Even says I was telling people to draft Tracy in the second round for Dynasty. Right. I missed on him because I wasn't drafting him that early. I was taking guys. Who was I taking in the second round? I think I was taking Trey Benson over Tracy, and I still would do that because I'm not going to just draft a guy just because I believe him. Like, I'm not taking Puka Nacua. If I watched Puka Nacua last year and I say, man, he looks good in the summer, I'm not going to draft him in, like, the first round, right? I'm going to still try to get him at his value, maybe one round ahead of that. So I get that. But yes, I would have took him in the third round. I got him in the fourth round in some leagues, but I play in IDP leagues too. So maybe the second round was to get Tracy in straight offensive leagues in Dynasty. I know it was an overdraft, but I would rather get who I think will be good than apparently the best guy. And I respect it. I don't have shit to say about that, bro. You're killing it. That's going down with your ship. I like that. Even though I want to get some guys at their value. But if you like, no, I don't want that player, I understand it because I did that with years with CMC. I haven't drafted CMC, not because he's a bad player. I just wanted to make sure I got Tyreek Hill because I believed in him. And so that's what you're saying. I actually agree with that. Another super chat in the building by my boy, showing much love. Let me give him. Let me play a little. Let me play something for my boy, man. He super chatted 3 times. Appreciate that, bro. He says my running backs are Chase, Cooks, James Cooks. Okay. Braylon Allen, Rico. Would you pick up Ernest Johnson from Jags off waivers to play this week? I think my running backs are weak. They are a little bit. They not high end, but I'm not picking up Ernest Johnson. You got 0 RB guys. So you got Chase and James Cook or Rico. I would just play Chase and Cooks this week. I would just play Chase and Cook and keep working the waiver in case somebody come out there. If somebody get dropped, I would just keep working the waivers. I wouldn't worry about picking up Ernest Johnson. This is me. And it's not really going off of what he's going to do in fantasy points. I just think that you got guys on your team that you need to watch. I don't think Ernest Johnson value is going to ever be good enough where he's going to help you on a week-to-week basis. I think Chase and Cooks and Rico can do that. I think you could get a better guy later in the season better than Ernest. So why would you waste your time on Ernest and try to start him this week? Hell no, I'm not starting Ernest. He may have 10 or 12 points. I'm not starting. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I don't want my guys to be hard up for points where you're going and get backup running backs just because a guy got kind of benched or hurt. The guy to play is Tank Bigsby. Other than that, I'm not worried about nobody in the backfield. Yep, appreciate it, Hustle Kings. Appreciate it. Turgay says, and also, would you trade Debo and Najee for Bijan? Bro, I don't know. Because I think Debo's get ready to hit a stride. The San Francisco will get ready to win 5 or 6 games. You want to have somebody, and Debo got a nice role on that team. Najee, man, he had a big game. Sometimes I like Bijan, but I don't like the trade for him right now because Tyler Algiers get it. Like it's like trading for Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is good, but are you going to trade for him right now? I don't know, right? I think Bijan is splitting carries. If you're going to take 2 guys that's played really good and go get them, maybe you will get somebody outside of Bijan. I think I would rather have somebody who like a Derrick Henry, somebody who I know is going to get about 15 to 20 touches every single week and get out the goal line, like a Saquon Barkley. Guys that's going to get the goal line. That's most important. That's more important than a guy that's extremely talented. Bijan's extremely talented, but he's not getting all the goal line work. He's not even catching like 8 passes, 7 passes. Like he don't have a real true role where you can depend and you know he's going to be a top 12 RB every single week. They can blow a team out and he might not even be a top 12 RB, and I don't want to trade for that. So I would say hold on to Debo and Najee at this point in time. I haven't seen your team. Maybe I would tell you something different, but right now, with what you gave me, I'm not doing it. Do you think Juju going to be the number 1? No, I do not. I think it's going to be different wide receivers each week. But I do think Juju will be the most consistent right now for what they got on their team. Mike says, gee, you think Jacksonville is going to trade Travis Etienne? What do you think about the 49ers this week versus Kansas City? Yes, I do think they will trade Travis Etienne. He's getting ready to go into the last years of his deal. Why would you hold on to that and you're not going to sign him and give him the fifth-year option? Let somebody else do it, and you can get something in return. You can get a 3rd or a 2nd or something, right? And I think that's good value to do that. What do you think of the 49ers this week versus KC? I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think it's going to be like 17-14 game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I will actually probably pick 49ers to win the game. Kenny says, I had to drop Braylon. I just couldn't wait no more. I understand, bro. I know how that is. Sometimes you got it's your roster. I got roster where I can hold on to Braylon. I had a couple rosters where I almost dropped Braylon. I almost had to, but I made it work. THB said, I just say Rashid Heed is out indefinitely. Yeah, that hurt me. That usually I don't have too many hurts, even my guys, but Rashid Shaheed, for him being a sleeper and balling the way he was, I'm just a little down about that because he was a sleeper. I wanted, oh man, this sleeper is balling. He did ball out. Mike Powers says, "What do you think about Bud Means?" I think he's going to have a nice role now. I don't think he's going to be Rashid Shaheed, but he's a star. He's a flex play in most leagues. Right, Olave is out too. Bud's gonna get, but I don't know if they're just gonna hyper target Bud with a Ricky wide receiver. I think Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara and Jawan Johnson is gonna have some gonna be getting a lot of targets too. Bud Means okay, eyeing at the flex. I'm gonna say Bud Means. What up, Roberto? What's up, bro? He says, would you pick up Richardson on waivers? Hell yeah. My quarterback is Kyler. You still got to pick up Richardson, even in single quarterback leagues. Also, would you drop Brandon Allen or Todd Chandler for him? I might drop Todd Chandler knowing that. So this is the plan that you need to have because you got to have a plan. If you do pick up Richardson, that means that if Kyler Murray has a big game, then you need to be looking to try to trade Kyler Murray. Or Anthony Richardson. Trade either one of those two. If they have a big game, maybe multiple weeks, big games, you can trade one. And so you're going to have a quarterback, and then you're going to be able to get another running back in return because you traded one of those guys. So knowing that you're going to probably be trying to pick up a running back too, trade for one. Find out about Aaron Jones. If Aaron Jones is still spotty, you got to keep Todd Chandler, and you could drop Braylon Allen for Kyler. But I think you need to have plans to know that you might have to go back and get Braylon because Breach could have an injury. And I know you wouldn't want Braylon playing, and you had him all this time, and then you drop him, and then something happens to Breach. So you got to have your mentality. If you do drop Braylon, be having a way that you can go back and get him, or if you drop him, you just going to have to move on forward. And Anthony Richardson might not be the guy that you want. But I do think you got to take that opportunity because you can have trade value. I think this is a trade value move because you got Kyler Murray. I think Kyler's going to be solid, but you can trade one of those guys and pick up another running back that's better than Todd Chandler or even maybe Braylon if he hasn't got the starting role yet. That's what I think you need to be thinking about. So I say it's okay to drop Brandon Allen if you want to go get Kyler. I'm not saying that you need to do it, but it's okay. Todd Chandler, I can't drop Todd Chandler knowing that Aaron Jones could miss this week on a good offense. Croak says trade Tank Bigsby for Najee. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd rather hold on to Tank Bigsby. Kenny says Braylon is done. He could be. I don't think so. You don't never know what's going to happen. You don't never know about injuries. It ain't all about I'm gonna beat that guy out. And now if it was a lower tier guy like a Ty Montgomery, then we know even if Breach go down, Ty Montgomery, you're not about to be no league winner. But if Breach go down, we know Braylon can be a league winner. That's the true value in him right now. He's not the squeeze start anymore. So to say he done, that means that even if Breach go down, Braylon gonna go out and have a bad game. And I don't believe it. But it means to the moon, yes, sir. Are you concerned for Todd Chandler since Cam Akers is back? I'm not worried about no Cam Akers. Todd Chandler is going to get majority of those carries. You see Cam Akers keep going from team to team. Don't nobody want him. He's just a stepchild that's going to clean the house for you, and then you get rid of him the next day. That's what Cam Akers are as far as a metaphor. So I'm not concerned about Todd Chandler if Aaron Jones is out. He's not going to get 100% of the carries, but he's going to get 70 to 80%, and that's enough for me to play you. So Turtle says start Geno or Kirk. They play each other. I'm starting Kirk. Kirk putting the ball in the air. Now, can they run the ball down, their throat, the Seattle Seahawks? Yes. But Kirk, man, he looks good. He looks like he's doing whatever it takes to win the game. So I'm not going to go straight fantasy. Straight fantasy would be Geno. But Geno, they've been trying to score in trashy ways. DK could go out and have a big game. I'm still not going to be changed. I think Kurt is the better team. I think he has the better team, and I think he has more value going forward than Geno them do, because Geno them haven't figured it out on offense. It doesn't look like the offense is flowing like I think it should. So I would rather have Kirk over Geno. Roberto says, also, would y'all accept Evans for Dobbins? No. I'm not accepting Evans, and I'm not accepting him for nobody. Now, if I got him on my team and I just want to keep him there, that's fine. But I'm not accepting him in a trade. He's an old wide receiver that has had hamstring problems in the past. Olave, Mooney, and JSN are my best wide receivers after Tyreek, and only RBs I have are Monty and Walker. So Olave, Mooney, and JSN are my best wide receivers after Tyreek. I mean, Evans is good, bro, but I want try to get something else. If you can't get anything else, you want to accept the trade because you do need a wide receiver. I say it's okay. Maybe you got a lot of running back depth and you can give up Dobbins. But I just want to go somewhere else with instead of Evans. I would say if you said Metcalf, I might even do Metcalf over Evans. I just think, man, I hate when Evans start having hamstring injuries and he's not active. That just I don't want to go through that. And he's did it multiple years. Now he'll come back eventually and have some good games. But I think you can get something a little bit more consistent after how Dobbins has been playing really well. Croak says, thoughts on Kendra Miller's situation. The coach don't like him, but Kamar slowly getting banged up under workload, and Jamal Williams ain't the guy, in my opinion. Miller got himself a nasty jump cut as well. Right. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for Kendra Miller to get in there, but listen, until this team's still in playoff contention. Until this team fall apart, I don't know if they're going to really push for him to get out there. But if they get out of playoff contention and their coach get fired, Kendra Miller will get some work. And they could trade Alvin Kamara. It just depends on when the trade deadline come up or what their record is. Thank you, Hector. He says Rashid Shaheed is out. Turgay says he just had an injury, so he's out. Olave is out. So question is Bub or Juju? Okay, thank you, Turgay. In this situation, I love the way you preface the question. You consolidate, that way I can get a gyps on what you're saying. I will go with Juju. Even though Bud probably going to have a role all year, but Juju going to ball out this week. He's going to get a lot of targets. He might not have a lot of yards, but he's going to get a lot of targets. Yeah, knee surgery. Yeah, that's crazy. What happened? Did it happen in practice or in the game? Good job, T. Jones. Way to pick up May. I like May. Playing May over Daniel Jones and Andy Dalton. Yes, I like that. I agree with that. It's just the upside. It's the upside play. Now, if he don't go out there and give you that, then you kind of know he going to have. But I think he's going to be pushing the ball downfield. I'm willing to take the risk just to make sure I get an upside play. I'm not going to get super cute, but you're not getting cute. You got Daniel Jones and Andy Dalton. They ain't must-starts. Forever Eagle said, what's up, man? Who should I start for my 3 wide receivers? Watson, Juju, Means, Judy, Michael Wilson, Trey Tucker. Christian Watson, Juju, and Means. Those are the 3 guys. The first 3 guys you listed. Mr. G said, you think Andrews is turning around with production and back to prime? I don't know. Don't look at it that way. Is he going to be a good start for you at the tight end position? Hell yeah. Is he back to Andrews where he's going to get 9 targets a game and give you 80 yards and a TD? I don't know. It could happen. It could happen 3 weeks in a row. Then it could go away. I think I'm okay with putting Mark Andrews into my tight end spot and let whatever happens, 0 or 20. I don't care because there's not a lot of tight ends out there to have. Sport Dogs, the TD in my 8-team standing, I dropped Kyler Murray and picked up Donald and Addison. Okay. I had no one to go with Murray, and I like to stack when I can. I like that. I'm okay with Donald and Addison. I'm okay with that because you're in the 18 league, so Kyler Murray is not a start in the 18 league. Not every week. Croak says, thanks, guys. Just snatch Bud Means as free agent. Charlene says, any good DST this week? I have Dallas Rams playing the Raiders. Let's see here. I like the Bills. I don't know if you can get the Bills. I like the Bills. I like the Rams as a sneaky play on the defense. That's a deep play. Colts is another one on the same level with the Rams. And the Bengals. I think the Bengals is a good one to go get. The Bengals versus the Browns. The Bengals. And also, I think the Patriots is a good one too against the Jaguars. So those are a couple good ones, Charlene. Tron says 2-4. I hope Cup comes back this week. Any suggestions, trade, etc. PPR roster: JD5, Tyreek, Cup, Barkley, Monty, Njoku, McCoy, Bench, Mooney, JSN, D-Hop, Mostert, Madison, Braylon, Ty Chandler. So, I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3. So you can take Tyreek Hill. You don't have to. I'm just give you some and go get Brian Thomas Jr. and another piece off that team. But it's got to be elite. It's got to be Brian Thomas Jr. and another player like that that's going to be giving you a lot of. So you can consolidate. Look, you can get 2 for 1 with Tyreek. Excuse me, guys. Interjection. JD5 is that's a starting quarterback. So there's nothing you do there. Barkley, nothing you do there. Cup, you can trade. I would trade Cup, man. I don't trust him to be healthy for the rest of the year. So if I could trade Cup for, I'm trying to let me think of some wide receivers real quick. That's good. Could I trade Cup for Zay Flowers and another piece? Yes, I would do that. So you could trade Cup. I don't know if Cup's gonna be healthy the whole season. So I think he's a trade target. The rest of the guys, I love McCloy. I love Mooney. D-Hop is a good stash. He could be traded. I think D-Hop will be getting traded. I love that you stashed Braylon and Ty Chandler. Yeah, I think that other than that, man, trading Tyreek and Cup, I think you could trade either one of those guys, and they'll be they'll be a solid move for you. Let's see. I think we got another super chat in the building. Super trap. I mean, that's a super trap. Super chat from Frizz. What's up, bro? He says I added Tyler Goodson as soon as I saw the DNP news. With Tyler Goodson. So are you saying Trey Sermon didn't participate today? Is that why you added Tyler Goodson? Let me know, Frizz, why you added Tyler Goodson. Let me see here. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, let me know, Frizz. Who was the DNP? Was it Trey Sermon? Because Goodson does have a role where he's gonna catch a lot of passes. Let me know, bro. I'll be looking for it in the chat. But yeah, I think Tyler Goodson is a good stash, especially with Jonathan Taylor being out and Trey Sermon being out. Trey Sermon didn't practice. Okay. Yeah, so Tyler Goodson is a good stash. He's a good stash. He's gonna catch passes. He's safe. He catch 5 or 6 passes. He might give you a nice little floor to get through on a bye week. Appreciate the super chat, Frizz. Let me see. King of Nike says, "What up, TD? I'm 4-2. Kyler Murray, Joe Mixon, Ramondre, Chase Brown, Zach Moss, Bucky, Mostert, Tyreek, AJ Brown, Zay Flowers, Michael Pittman, Downs, JSN. Do I trade anything?" I think you trade Joe Mixon and try to get I'm not saying Saquon is the target, but try to get a guy who's up another level. Alvin is a little nicked up, but yes, I would try to trade Joe Mixon for another piece, a better piece, or 2 for 1. You can do the same thing I said about Tyreek earlier. You can trade him for Brian Thomas Jr. or Malik Neighbors. I'm okay willing to get off the Tyreek train if I'm gonna get a player like Malik Neighbors or Brian Thomas Jr. But I would prefer a 1 for 2. Like if I trade Tyreek, give me 2 guys. Rest of your team is good. I love the Ramondre. I think Ramondre is on the team with Drake May. I think he's going to ball out with Drake May. Chase Brown is going to ball out. I think he's going to be better than Zach Moss. Kyler Murray is solid. I think he's a good fantasy quarterback to have. So the rest of your team is solid. The whole team is solid. Just the trade, what you could trade, where I know you can get something. Tyreek, people are willing to, because Tyreek is going to get Tua back in a week. So people are willing to trade for him or acquire him. CHB says, my best ball leagues haven't been the best, but I'm hopeful for a rebound. Right. And it be like that sometimes. Kenny says the new Jets OC is not feeling Braden. I agree with that. But if Breach goes down, we know what Braden's going to do. Also, Braden could get traded. Braden could get traded. Or Breach. Never know. I doubt if Breach get traded, but Braden could. Should I start Baker or Hurts this week and debating if I should trade one to upgrade the position? Right. Yes. I would trade Hurts or Baker to try to get Jordan Love. You need to get Jordan Love, bro. That's what I'm going to tell you. I would trade Hurts and get Jordan Love. Baker is okay to have as a backup, as a safe guy that you can throw in at any time, but I would definitely trade Hurts and try to get Jordan Love. I don't know how you can do that. Maybe it might be. I don't know any other quarterbacks that I'm willing to try to trade Hurts for. Maybe Joe Burrow. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I would say. Appreciate you being here, Tyke. King and like says, I'm starting Joe Mixon and Ramondre as my RB1 and 2. Wide receiver 1, AJ Brown. Who should be my wide receiver 2? It should be Zay over Tyreek this week. So it should be Zay. And then I'm gonna rank 3 guys. Zay, Downs, and Chase Brown. Zay and Downs, and then Chase Brown. So those are the 3 guys that you can play, and I rank them in the order that I like. Garindo, no, what happened to Garindo? Come on now, stop it. What are y'all saying? Let me know what's going on, Kenny. Did something happen to Garindo? Mike says, gee, you like Trevor Lawrence or golf, and you think Purdy going to roll again? Yes, man, you got to play Purdy. He got a lot of weapons. Now, listen, he's playing against Kansas City. He's not going to have the game that he had the past week because Kansas City is one of the best defenses in the league. I like Jared Goff over Trevor Lawrence. Jared Goff is balling. Jared Goff is an all-pro quarterback right now because, all-pro and fantasy is 2 different things. He's an all-pro quarterback. Right? Like his completion percentage and everything, and his team, everything is elite. So I love Jared Goff, even for fantasy. I like him this week over Purdy and Lawrence. Sport Dogs, the TD on my 8-team standing. I forgot to tell you, I also have Hawkinson on IR. That should be ready minimum a week or so. Addison and Hawk will give me a boost with Donald. Right. I love that stat. I'm not a big fan of Hawkinson, but I definitely like Addison. But Hawkinson for his contingency plan, yeah, I mean I'm not gonna complain. That's good. Donald's balling, and I believe Addison is gonna ball out. This is the elite team. These are the facts. What's up, bro? He said, do you think Shannon Sharp faked that IG live to prove he's not? Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. A lot of stuff is staged, guys. It's called making money moves. Right? Like, I don't fake. I said what I said. I don't do that to put on the show. That's me. I'm very animated. I'm old school. I came up around the older cats. They talk with their hands and they got very exuberant. They touch you while they talk. Hey man, blah, 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 blah. Right? But a lot of stuff be staged for content. So I'm not mad at Shannon. It's the money. It's the money game. It's the money game. That's why we're talking about it, because he did it for that, right? For that reason. And he wanted people to know. Like, he willing to risk whatever to prove that. And he already talked to ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and said, hey, can I do this? Would I get fired? They were like, no, go ahead. As long as you don't go too far and say this or say that, we good. And that's why he made the move. These are the facts. Do you think Shannon Sharp? Okay, yeah, we did that one already. The Ivan Herrera show, bro. When we collabing, bro? Whenever, just let me know, man. We'll set up a plan. I know it's hard for us because we 3 hours different. I know we didn't get the time. I know I was like, wait a minute, are you 3 hours ahead of me or 2 hours behind me? What is it? But yeah, bro, we 3 hours different, bro. We definitely gonna get up and do a show together, do some live content together, most definitely. Guys, go follow my homeboy on Twitter, Ivan Herrera, and also on YouTube. Great guy. First fantasy, the third league that I ever played in was that league. He was in the league. Him and a lot of top content creators. Tara from the Fantasy Football Pros, the lady, the beautiful African American lady, she was in that league. I was in the league. Ivan was in the league. I had a couple other friends that do content on Twitter, and they was in the league. So yeah, man, that was fun. Yeah, bro, we can definitely go do some content together. Alicia says TD Standard, star 3, Mason, Connor, or A-Chain, or JT, or Hubbard. TD Standard, star 3. I'm going to say Connor. I don't think Mason is going to play. And even if he plays, I think he'll be limited. So I'm going to say Connor, Hubbard, and JT if he plays. Don't start the other runner. Don't start Goodson there if you can get other players. But yeah, I would say Connor and Hubbard. A-Chain, I don't want to play A-Chain until Tua gets back. I will only play A-Chain this week if I got to, but I don't want to play him when Tua's out. So I would say Connor and Hubbard and JT. But if Mason is healthy and he's getting a full workload, then yeah, it'll be Connor, Hubbard, and Mason. Ivan says, what are your thoughts on Brooks? Man, I think he's just another guy. I think Hubbard is messed up their plans. They thought Hubbard might fall off again and be average. He ain't average. So they're going to have to sign him to a deal or trade him this right now to get something for Hubbard, or he's going to walk, or you're going to sign him, because Brooks, I don't think Brooks is going to ever beat out Hubbard. Hubbard is way too in his mind as far as knowing the game, knowing how to protect quarterbacks, how to pick up blitzes. It's going to take Brooks a little bit of time. Now, if Brooks was like some super special fast dude where he could take any carry to the house, then I would say, yeah, I know he's a good player. I know he can bust out long runs, but I don't know if he's going to come straight out the gate. Man, remember, it took Jonathan Taylor like 7 weeks. He was running into the back of his lineman. It takes time to learn the NFL game. And by the time he learned the NFL game, the fantasy football season is going to be over. So I'm not big on Brooks. I'm not picking him up. I'm just playing Chuba Hubbard every week. Big Will says, Monty's still outperforming his ADP. Yes. That's why I would not draft Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round this year. I don't think I took Jahmyr Gibbs in not one draft. I don't even know if I took him in a best ball league for underdog. I didn't take, not because he sucked, but I know what Monty is. And I talked about Monty all year, and I talked about Monty last year when everybody said Monty, it was over. I said, no, Monty going to have a nice role. And I told you how the new NFL was going to start happening. You're not going to have no bell cow like that. So you're going to have to get the guys who's getting the honey touches. And Connor started that. I remember like, why would I start Connor? But I watched the game. When they got down to the green zone, they would put him in. Also, they did it with Jamal Williams a couple years ago. So that's what Monty is. He might not catch a 30-yard pass, but when they get down to the green zone, 9 times out of 10, and I thought it would be a little bit less this year. Maybe it would have if Jameer wouldn't have had the hamstring injury. But when they get down to the green zone, Monty getting all the honey touches. And he's killing it. So why would they go away from him? And they're keeping Jameer fresh for the playoffs. Kenny says Hunter Henry is a good start this week. Yes, he is. And he's going to be a good start every week, especially with Drake May being his quarterback. Alisa says have PPR, pick 3, Mason, Jacob, or Hubbard, Brian Robinson Jr., or Tank Bigsby. Thanks. Have PPR, pick 3. I think we did that one. No, we didn't. I'm gonna go with Jacobs, Hubbard, and Tank Bigsby. Brian Robinson Jr., I still think he's injured. I don't know. I can't tell you to play injured guy. His knee. I think they need to hold him out a couple weeks to let that knee heal, and then I think he'd be good. But I love Brian Robinson Jr. But right now, the 3 guys that I want to play is going to be Josh Jacobs, Chuba Hubbard, and Tank Bigsby. I'm playing Tank Bigsby this week. Mike Williams is worthless. Yeah, I just think he's just going to be a guy for a real NFL team. He's not NFC valuable anymore. CHB said, I need Puka to come back with a vengeance, and he should. He's built that way. Kenny says Josh Downs, he is a champ. He's getting open, and I think AR going to hyper target him if he starts this week, and I think AR will start. Ties to Daniel Jones, Russ Wilson, or Anthony Richardson. I'm going with Anthony Richardson over Russ and Daniel Jones. I'm going with the upside. The safer play might be Daniel Jones. Might be, but to me, I'm going with Anthony Richardson all day. Got to play the upside if you're going to choose. Bo Nix is fine. He's rushing the ball. I'm surprised how he's playing. I thought he would be I thought his passing would be a little bit better because I believe in Sean Payton. But it don't matter. His legs is winning, and now all you got to do is get better with his mentality and throwing the ball. And I'm pretty sure he can make all the throws. He just got to learn when to make the throw. I like Bo Nix. I'm starting him in a couple of Superflex leagues, and I got him on my taxi squad on some dynasties. So Bo Nix is going to be solid. Hopefully he can finish as a top 12 guy, like I said. I thought he could get down in maybe the top 5 because of how he's doing now and starting the whole season. And it's still possible because we got a long season to go. We don't know who they're going to trade for. They need some wide receiver weapons. They need offensive weapons. I could see them picking up the guy out of Colorado. The guy to go both ways. I can see him picking him up. King of Mike says, I'm trying to get Monty or A-Train right now from 2 guys who are 1 of 5. Yes, you should be able to get them, especially A-Chain. Especially A-Chain. Monty, they might be a little rough to give up because they might believe that Monty is going to save their season. But A-Chain, yeah, I think you can get A-Chain. Yes, sir. Anytime, Hustle King. Niners win. I agree. Should I pick up Jerry Jeudy and drop Shakir? No. I don't want Jerry Jeudy. I'm sorry. I could be wrong. I just, you know how some like, and I hate to go back to my metaphors, but how you know how somebody be like, hey man, what about this girl? You like, nah. They're like, bro, she cute. Nah. Bro, she got a nice butt. Nah, bro. And that's how I am about Jerry Jeudy. Bro, he got a role now. I don't want no Jerry Jeudy on my team. So I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm going to tell you, Kenny, I'm not saying he's the number 1. I don't want him on my team. Forever Eagle said, should I start Javonte Williams at New Orleans on my flex for PPR? You can, but I would try to get a better play. The Eagles, not the Eagles, but New Orleans is a good run scheme. They got a good run scheme. When Kenny says when Todd Chandler has had a chance to play this year, he hasn't done anything anyway. Yeah, but he hasn't had anything. I mean, he's not going to get a carry to the outside and take it 60 and then go to the sideline and wait on Aaron Jones. Usually, it takes guys to get a roll before you can see what they're going to do. Garendo he played a couple times and he looked terrible early in the season, but last week he looked decent. And I think you got to give these guys time. So I think Todd Chandler is just another playman if somebody goes down, right? Sometimes when if a guy can run a 4.3 and he's a backup, if that starter goes down 9 times out of 10, man, that guy can be a good spot start for you. I'm not saying Todd Chandler is going to be able to go and take on the workload. And if Aaron Jones out for the rest of the season, Todd Chandler is going to be the number 1 RB. Now, I'm not saying that, but I do think he's good enough to have some explosive plays to give you some fantasy points. That's how I see him. Right. He said had to drop him. Tron said, TD, it's dope that you pulling the chats up on the screen now. No, it's no different, bro. I'm not on my phone, Tron. That's what's the difference. I wanted to do this one with my desktop. It's a difference. And I know it's better. That's why I did it today. Because I know I didn't do my video from yesterday. So I'm like, I want to make sure that I give y'all a lot what you need. That's why I'm going through these questions. I'm going from question to question. But yes, every blue moon, I switch it up. But the phone, man, I get more viewers. So that's why I do the phone. I'm not going to get that many views. I might get 200 viewers on this one. Usually, man, I average 500 to 600 on my phone. So that's the reason. Mr. D says, we need your list of players you would never trade for if they are fully healthy. Thank you for the advice, Mr. G. Let me write that down. Players I would never trade for. Players you would never trade. Okay, players I would never trade for. I'm going to do that video. That's a great video. Appreciate that, bro. That's great advice. Is Zach Moss done? No, he's not done. He's still going to get some goal line touches. You would never trade for if they are. Okay, you mean trade away? You got to let me know, Mr. G, which way. I'm going to probably do both of them. So I'm going to do players that I would never trade for and players that I would never trade away. I'll probably do both. May or Rodgers this week for quarterback. It's my bye week, but that's not getting it. Right. I will go with Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Forever Eagle says, should I trade for Brock Bowers or for Garrett Wilson? Should I trade Brock Bowers for Garrett Wilson? I have Dalton Kincaid. Yes. I would go for Garrett Wilson. Yes, I would do that. Dustin, what's up, bro? He says, thanks, TD. It's good to be listening again. I've been in recovery from a brown recluse bite. Wow, bro. That brown recluse, that shit got you bad. I mean, I've seen the guy's hands swell up like this, right? But, he put a potato on it and it went down eventually. I think he had to go to the doctor and they had to drain. So I know it could be rough. Man, but how bad did it get? You wasn't about to pass away or nothing, was you? How bad did it get, man? Damn. That's rough. Mark says, TD, YouTube in trouble at quarterback with Fields and Mahomes. My league mate picked up Geno. Should I drop Fields for May? You can. I'm not saying that Fields is a drop, but I'm definitely would try to go for the upside of May. Or start Mahomes. I would go for the upside of May. One quarterback league. Other quarterbacks on wire are Stafford, Knicks, and Dimes. Yeah. Go for the upside of May. He's the guy who can change the league. The rest of the guys are spot starts. Go for May. GOAT Nobility, he said, should I go for Demario Douglas or Tyreek Hill? Tyreek Hill. Sounds crazy, but say it's 2024. Right. I got what you're saying. Right. Yeah, I still would go with Tyreek Hill because Tua's coming back in 1 week. Master Simon Ross says, I've got Pittsburgh defense versus New York Jets. Should I roll Todd on Pittsburgh or change it? I think it's a low-scoring game, but they got Davante Adams, and Davante is going to play this week. I wouldn't want to play it if I can help it. If you got to go out there and get chopped liver where got teams that ain't that good, like the Colts, I might not go to the Colts, right? So I would say play Pittsburgh unless you can get a play that you feel good about in your stomach, right? Where you're not just, well, I'm gonna play the Colts. They playing against the sorry team. Now you know the Colts defense is not that good. Even though they've had some good matchups the last couple of weeks, they still didn't do what they should have did, I would say. So you might just want to roll out with the Pittsburgh. And hopefully they get a couple of turnovers. Hopefully that changes up your DST scoring. B Silver says, what is Jaden Daniels trade return value alone or bundle with Puka? I picked up May just in case. So if I'm trading Jaden Daniels and Puka, I want Tyreek Hill in another piece. Now I'm going with Tyreek because he's went through some stuff, so I can get him in a trade. That's all I can tell you right now, man. Other than that, it would take a consultation. I don't want to sit here and hold this live up trying to think of some other stuff, but I'm definitely looking for. You see, I went to Tyreek, so Justin Jefferson, Jamar. I'm just naming out guys. Amari. If you Jalen Daniels, and bundle it with Puka, you can get something nice. So don't get chopped liver. Look for wide receivers just ranked better. That's like in the top 12. Try to get a top 12 wide receiver. A consistent top 12 wide receiver. Like maybe Nico. You can go get Nico. Like Jaden Daniels and Puka, you can go get Nico in another piece. Right, redraft, right. Randy says Miller is the next Kyron McWilliams. He could be. Now, I'm not going to doubt anybody that hasn't really played. T. Jones says, star any of the following over Donald versus the Lions: Herbert, Rodgers, Stafford, Cousins. No, you got to start the Lions. The cornerbacks are not that good. I know they look good this past week, but the Cowboys suck. I'm playing Darnold over Herbert and Aaron Rodgers and Stafford and Cousins. Now I like Cousins, but the matchup is too good for Sam Darnold. I hate that. Sounds crazy. Matchup good for Sam Darnold. Yeah. I would play Sam Darnold this week over Cousins. But those are the two guys that I'll be willing to play. I hope Hopkins gets traded to the Chiefs. It's possible. Trey Sermon didn't practice. Okay. Daniel says Marvin Harrison for Ramondre. Nah. I have Deontay Moore, Juju Pickens, JT, Javante, solid at quarterback and tight end, full PPR, 12-team redraft. Can't move anything else. You need a running back, don't you? You got JT, Javante, and Bucky and Bigsby. So you can start this week Bigsby and Bucky. I would yeah. I think if that's what you want to do, I wouldn't do it. But I think the math makes sense. You're going to take a Marvin Harrison who's had 0 points a couple times to go get a running back on a team that just got moved in a rookie who should have more running lanes, who looked good the last game he played. The math makes sense. I just think if I got Marvin Harrison where his ADP is 112 and 2-1, I know that you might say, well, that's out the window. I don't think so. I'm just not going to let guys go just because it went bad a couple weeks. I think you can get something a little bit more consistent with Ramondre, but Ramondre, I believe, is going to be a good fourth quadrant running back, and I think you're going to feel good about having him. So if you do it, I think it's okay. Me nitpicking it, I would try to go get a running back a little bit better, with a little bit more consistency. Okay, Goat No Bill says nothing happened to Lorendo. Okay. B Silver says I didn't understand the Shannon Sharp comment. Something happened recently. Oh, okay. No, well, what happened, man? He went live on IG, and you could hear in the background it sounded like he was making love to a lady, and they was like saying sexual stuff to each other, but the phone was turned down, and people thought it was staged. I think it was staged myself. Derek Buck says pick 2, Eckler, Chase Brown, Buck Irvin, Tracy Cook if he plays. Side note, picked up Cooks, handcuffed Davis. Okay, but if both are active, that would be tough. You can't play. Yeah, I would still play Cooks. If both are active, I'm still playing Cooks if he practiced this week. So pick 2, I would say. If Cook is healthy, I would play Cook. I will play Cook and Tracy or Tracy and Chase Brown. So it's going to be Chase Brown and every one of them, but you got to choose between Tracy and Cook. Me, if Cook practice all week, I probably would play Cook because I'm dancing with the girl that I came to the party with. Cook has been doing good all season. I don't think he loses his position or loses his carries. If he practices and he shows that he's healthy. So I would want to play Cook, but I in a vacuum, knowing that Cook got an injury and he might not practice all week, I might go with Tyrone Tracy, and Chase Brown. Tyrone Tracy and Chase Brown. Bucky Irvin is splitting with Sean Taylor. Well, not Sean Taylor, but Sean Tucker. Hey, what's up, DA Tess? What's up, the Tess? He says Vale or Troy Franklin. Troy Franklin all day. I think Troy Franklin's going to be the guy over Vale. Should I drop Ray Davis, Sean Tucker, or Jalen Wright? So not Ray Davis with James Cook going through an injury, and not Sean Tucker being a number 1 RB. I would say if you had to drop somebody, I would do Jalen Wright. But I like Jalen Wright. I think he's a stash, but you can't drop Ray Davis. He could start this week with James Cook missing another week, or Sean Tucker could come in and get more of a workload because of what he did. So I would say Wright is the guy to drop if you're going to drop somebody, and I like Troy Franklin over Vale. Rico says Mike Pete Higgins, he looked solid. Yes, he did. He looked good. Look, we know when Higgins is healthy, he can play. But how many times he's going to get them type of targets, and it's going to be consistent. That's the thing. I'm looking for more consistent if I could. The test says, who is a decent flex option and somebody I can pick up to be serviceable year-round? Shit, that's rough, bro. I would say Torrey Franklin. I think he's going to be – that's the only guy that I know that's on waivers. I don't know what's on your waivers to test, but I like Torrey Franklin. That's a guy to pick up to see what's going to happen. Braylon Allen, maybe he got dropped. So those are 2 guys. Let me know what's on your waivers. Cap for Life said, hey, bro, do I pick up Mitchell from Indy or Corn from the Rams? I say Corn from the Rams. I think you need the handcuff. Mitchell, you could play, but it's too many wide receivers that's active now. So I would say Corn. Mr. E says, I get Nico Collins, Garrett Wilson, James Cook, and Amari. I give Chase, Kenneth Walker, McPherson. I already have T. Hill, Jonathan Taylor. I'm 4-2, and my opponent are trading. Yes, I would do that. I would get Nico and Garrett Wilson, yes, and James Cook, and give up Jamar Chase and Kenneth Walker and McPherson. You already got Hill. Yes, I would do that. Mr. E? Mr. Anderson, he said, yo, just hopped in. How you feel about Juju? I think he's a start this week. Juju definitely a start. User 279 to TD. What's up, bro? I see you with the Jets. I see you got that jet picture. You in the planes and jets? Roberto says, what up, running backs? You will look to target right now. Only running backs I have are A-Chain and Jacobs. Wide receivers are Chase, Gary Wilson, Deontay, Reed, and T. Would be looking to ship one of them off? Would be looking to ship one of them off. Okay. Wide receivers are Chase Gervais, Deontay, and T. Ship them off. Only running backs I have. What running backs? So you trying to T Higgins. So I would go from T Higgins to get A-Chain. And maybe another piece if you can. But yes, I would try to be looking for A-Chain or Jonathan Taylor for T Higgins. I would definitely try to get a top 12 potential running back who's going to get a lot of workload. We know Davante A-Chain, he got that passing work, so he's going to be a top 12 guy if everything is flowing. So that's what I would say. Matthew, he said 6-0, baby. I got Jaden and Caleb murdering people. Okay, super flex. Good job, Matthew. Appreciate you being here as always. Cat for Law says Trey Tucker just got dropped too. Nah, I don't think it's worth picking him up. I got Christian Watson off waivers. Good job. Love Christian Watson. The test says appreciate it, homie. You're awesome. Njoku or QK rest of the season? Njoku. Thanks. Much love, Mr. E. Appreciate it, bro. The test says appreciate it. You're the best. Thanks, TD. Anytime. So, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I got to go get me my outfit for the funeral tomorrow. I'm going to try to get up real early in the morning before I got to go to the funeral, and I'm going to try to do some content. So, how do y'all feel about early live stream? How do y'all feel about – tell me what's too early. Like, it's 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Is that too early to go live? Because, guys, I can go live every single morning, but I don't want to go live for 10 people, right? So if I can go live and y'all going to be up around 6 o'clock, between 6 and 8, I can go live every morning before I go to work and do that. And you can, I'm going to make sure you get the video. How do y'all feel about that? He said, did the Jets sign Jordy Nelson? Stop it, Matthew. They might. He says, appreciate it, TD. Sorry for your loss, bro. It's all good. Yep. Thank you, Turgay. What's up, Eddie Phillips? What's up, bro? He said, if Mason don't play this week, with starting Mason, who you starting? Mostert, Najee, or Davante? Mason don't play this week. Who you starting? Mostert, Najee, or Davante? Najee. I'm starting Najee. I'm up early every day. Okay. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm down, gang. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to go early. I'm gonna see how it happens. I'm gonna try to go live maybe between 7 o'clock. I'll try to wait to 7. And see how it goes. I might not be able to go live super long to get to everybody's question. It might be a super chat. Whoever super chat first, because I gotta get ready to go to work on like normal days. But we'll see. All right, guys. Y'all be safe. I'll see y'all later. Peace. He says Josh Allen or Jaden. I'm going with Jaden Daniels. Anytime, it's all good, bro. Okay. She says, my cat wakes me up every day. Okay. Awesome. All right.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say that shit hot, bitch, I'm burning up. So let's talk some business, ain't no money, I ain't showing up. Don't know how to act, a bunch of country niggas pulling up. Okay, turn me up. Now they say they turn me up. Now they see I be that energy, I make them turn me up. Yeah, I know they tryna finish me, but it just turn me up. Fresh to death on camouflage. Gotta keep a foot up on